better to rent or buy this new year? So let's tackle one of the biggest financial questions out there. Should you rent or buy a home in the new year? So here's a spoiler alert. There are a few different answers, but I'm going to break it all down so you can figure out what works best for you. Let's start with the basics. For most of us, buying or renting a home is one of the most significant financial decisions we'll make in our lifetime. But the choice depends a lot on personal factors, your finances, your lifestyle, and even how long you plan to stay in one place at a time, right? So when you buy a house, there's more to it than just the purchase price. You'll need to cover the down payments, the closing costs, property taxes, homeowner's insurance, and maintenance costs. And those go on forever, the maintenance costs, right? And all of this can add up really fast. On the other hand, renting is usually a lot simpler. You pay a monthly rent, a security deposit, and in some places, a broker's fee. But remember, you won't build equity or enjoy the long-term investment benefits that can come with home ownership. Here's the current situation according to the real estate firm CBRE. Buying a home is 38% more expensive than renting in terms of your monthly payments. The average apartment lease is about $2,100 a month. The average mortgage payment, almost $3,000 a month. That's a big difference, and it only gets bigger depending on where you live. Let's take this example. New York City, average one-bedroom apartment, almost $4,000 a month, right? In Cleveland, Ohio, it's just $1,200 a month. That's a huge difference. So how do you decide what's right for you? Here's some key things to think about. Renting might be a better choice if you're planning to stay for less than 5 years. If you don't want to deal with upfront costs like closing fees, and if you want to have the flexibility to move without the hassle of selling a home. Not to mention, a lot of people who live in apartment buildings or complexes, they don't have to deal with all those extras like trash removal, water bills, snow removal. But renting does not help you build equity, and you're at the mercy of your landlord for any repairs and whatever rules he or she wants to impose. So buying a home gives you long-term investment potential, creative freedom, go paint the walls, knock down a wall if you want, even add a pool, and a chance to build equity over time as you pay down the principal on your mortgage. But buying also means big upfront cost, maintenance expenses, and years of paying interest before you build any significant equity. So we're going to move over to the board and let's do the rent ratio formula. This is a quick way to compare whether you should be renting or buying for something that you see on the market. All right, let's go. Okay, down and dirty. How do you know if you should buy or if you should rent? You use the rent ratio formula. All right, so we find a cute little house, $400,000. So we're going to say this is buy, and it's $400,000. And then we find the same type of house, same number of bedrooms, about the same square feet for, let's say, $2,000 a month to rent. So this one is rent. And that's $2,000 a month. So we're going to pull this out to have an annual spend of $24,000 on the rental. You get it? You take $2,000, you times it by the 12 months, and you get $24,000. Now, this is so super simple. You're going to take the $400,000 for buying, and you're just going to divide it by the $24,000 for the annual rent. and you get 16.7. If it is lower than 20, you want to buy. If it is higher than 20, you want to rent. It is really that simple. People use this formula all the time, and next time you go out looking at houses versus looking at rentals, use this formula. If it is lower than 20, you buy. Higher than 20, you rent. There you go. So, there you have it. Of course, numbers aren't everything. Think about your personal goals too. Are you ready to settle down long term? Are you getting married? Do you have kids? Can you handle the financial responsibility of owning a home? Or do you prefer the flexibility of renting and just moving whenever you want to? All right. At the end of the day, it's your decision to buy or rent about what fits your life and finances. Use those rent tools like the rent ratio to guide you, but don't forget to factor in your personal preferences. So, thanks for watching, and if you found this in any way helpful, like and share the video. And let us know in the comments, are you planning to rent or buy in the new year?